God Almighty. Good evening, and welcome to the latest edition of Marquez Speaks. I am your host, Marquez Speaks, CEO me, Big Boss Entertainment. I am the voice of the streets, the real voice, not fake voice. The real man talking real things, the real way. Now, a lot of people asking, Speaks, when you gonna go back to all politics? I'm not going back to all politics. Number one, I'm about more than just politics, number one. Number two is Facebook don't pay for politics. You know, they shut you down. So, you know, I talk a little politics, but I gotta talk about life, and we have to change the game. We change the game around here. We change the game. So that's what I'm gonna be talking about. And we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on. And there's a lot that we need to talk about. So let's go ahead and talk about it, okay? I'm going to say it. It's getting even worse at TSA. I mean, listen, I'm supposed to fly at the end of the month. I don't feel too good about it. They need this partial government shutdown needs to stop right here, right now. I mean, it's interfering with the Speaks and his vacation plans. It's interfering with Speaks having fun with wifey. Okay? So it needs to stop right now. It needs to stop right now. No ifs, ands, or buts. That needs to stop, okay? Ain't no more daggum TSA stuff not getting paid. Messing up my money. Messing up my joy, my peace. I got plans. Big plans to be in France. Paris, France. Never been. Eiffel Tower. Louvre Museum. Arc de Trump. Bonjour. French bread. French wine. French fries. All that stuff. They messing up my plans. So I need whoever, Republicans and Democrats, to do whatever, come to a deal. Get rid of this government shutdown. I'm going to say that first. You got to get rid of the government shutdown. It's terrible. It's crushing people. All right? That's terrible. It's messing up money. First rule of business, don't mess up the money. We need that gone. Bye. Get that government shutdown gone. I don't know, call your congressional. Do whatever you got to do to get rid of it. Okay? I'm sick and tired of it. Okay? They ain't messing up my plans. End of the month, I got plans. Don't have me be at TSA counter, can't get in, and start talking about everybody. I do a live all day on it. While I'm in the airport. Don't have me do it. Let's get some other things, okay? Is everybody in the U.S. going crazy? Is everybody in the U.S. going crazy? Or half the people going crazy? There is a social media blitz going on right now, and I don't like it. Okay? About everybody want to leave the United States of America. Let me take off my glasses. If you don't like the U.S., if you are a sovereign citizen, if you believe your land was stolen from you, please leave the United States of America. Please do, if you said it. You want to go to Mexico? Go to Mexico. Go to Thailand and Japan, Africa. Go live all these places. Make sure you have a job or you're going to starve. I'm sick and tired of people saying they're going to leave the U.S. Now, do we have problems in the United States of America? Problems everywhere. Do we need things to go a different direction? Of course. I'm not going nowhere. I can make money here. I can give me 2 or 3 jobs here. I can leave and go on vacations here and come back. I can do things here. I can be a fat boy here. I go to Mexico, I'm starved. Because it's hard to get jobs over there. I got people right now in Europe talking about it's hard. The job market's hard to get jobs for tourists. They call us tourists over there. Okay? And you want to go to Japan, hard to get a job over there in Japan too. Unless you're doing some government contracting. So you better be careful what you ask for. Okay? Thailand. I don't want to live in no Thailand. Do you know what Thailand is? I don't want to eat no noodles and rice every day. People, get together. If you want to leave the United States of America, please leave. I don't hear nothing else about it. What I can't understand is, people get mad at me if I do a video talking about the government said they're going to give us $5,000 or $2,000. People get mad at me and call me all kind of names. But you don't get mad when you ain't successful in the hustle culture. I don't get it. Something's not right. Something ain't computing with me. You are mad at me because I'm reporting that the federal government said you're going to get $5,000 or you're going to get $2,000. I'm just reporting something. All right, that's what I do. As a blogger, that's what I report stuff. That's what I do. I report it. Everybody will get mad at me. Ain't nobody going to get mad. They ain't making no money in the hustle culture. I ain't had one person get mad yet about the hustle culture, not making money. I just don't get it. You'd rather wait and get mad and see if you're going to get $2,000 or $5,000 that'll be gone in a couple of days. Mine be gone the same day. Instead of getting mad at you not being successful in the hustle culture. I do not understand it. I know I'm old. I'm 49 years old, okay? I know I ain't young. I look good. I know I'm 49 years old. I know I got 5 degrees, about to have 6 this year. About to have my 5th master's degree. I know I think things differently, okay? I know I look at things differently than some people, okay? But this ain't making no sense. This ain't making no sense. It's just not making no sense to me. It's not making no sense to me at all what's going on. You don't want to hustle for the money. You just don't want to do it. People told me today, I can't work for $16 an hour. I said when I first started working, it was $3.50. And you tell me you can't work $16 an hour, it ain't enough. No, it ain't enough if you ain't got no job. It ain't enough. Okay? It ain't enough. It ain't enough if you ain't got no job. Okay? It ain't enough. It ain't enough. Is this what we get into in America? Is this what we do in the United States of America? We got TSA not getting paid. Airlines are crazy. People don't want to work for $16, $17 an hour. We got Joy Reid and Don Lemon defending female and women's rights because women's rights ain't where they're supposed to be in the United States of America. Okay? We just had the Fed come out and didn't give another interest rate cut. That means we're losing a lot of money. This is where we at. This is where we at right now. This is where we at. When some people saying they live in areas where gas is over $5. Groceries then went up another 10%. This is what we're dealing with. And you want to leave America, this is all we're dealing with. You don't want to work, make something happen? When there's jobs out there? This is the kind of attitude we get. And you wonder why a lot of black people wonder why we won't get nothing. A lot of black people wonder why we won't get nothing. Wonder why we the last ones to get anything. Wonder why we the last ones to get anything. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna do no $50 an hour, Barry. Now I can make $50 to $100 an hour, but everybody ain't gonna make no $50 an hour. Barry Cobb, people ain't gonna make that. They just sick. Queen Rose, they just sick. But this is where we're at in America. This is where we at in America. This is where we at. And it's sad. That's why my people don't never get nothing. That's why my people are the last ones to always get something. Because the only time we hoop and holler is we ain't got nothing so long, but we ain't put in to get it done. That's why we in trouble. That's why we stay in trouble. I said, that's why we in trouble. That's why we stay in trouble. And we'll never get nothing. Because now's not the time to complain. Okay? We have become a complaining society, a complaining culture, a complaining people. Too many of us want to complain and not get nothing done. And then we have jealousy, hate, and envy for the people who are getting it done. I'm not even going to say the man's name. He's a black MAGA Republican. He's got over 1 million followers on Facebook. Black MAGA Republican. Love Donald Trump. I was always wondering, how did he get over 1 million? Because his content is not better than mine. He doesn't talk about issues and stuff like I do. I wonder how he got over 1 million followers, okay? He dresses up in a wig and a woman and makes fun of Democrats. He dresses up in a wig as a woman and makes fun of Democrats. This is a man. This is how he got all those views. I saw a woman, she ain't intelligent, she got over 1 million views. I said, how'd she get over 1 million followers? She talk about sexual exploits all day. So another black woman have over 800,000 followers. I don't know how she got this. She cuts every 5 seconds. So you telling me my culture now either wears a dress as a man, that's what they do to get views, talk about sexual exploitations all day, or cuss and act hoodish and ratchet. And you wonder why we're not getting anything. Okay? We are part of this controversial society this culture, and we're not doing anything right. We're not doing anything right. I say get a job, people get scared. Okay? Two black women came up to me. They said, "Hey, Speaks, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing well, Queens. How you doing?" We had a good conversation. They're like, "Well, we would like to work for you or learn how you do social media." I said, "You really don't want to know because it's more work than you think." No, we can do it. Just tell us how to get started because our pages ain't popping. We ain't got number 5 and 8,000 followers. Tell us how to get more followers. I said, "Okay, you have to do A, B, C, and D." They said, "For real? You got to do all that? That's a lot of work." They said, "That's a lot of work." I said, "You think they gonna give you this easy?" I said, "We see some people do it. Yeah, some people do it, but they got to buy their reels. They got to buy their posts. They got a team working with them. They ain't making what you think they are. If you want to do it organically, this is what it takes." They didn't want to hear it. They said, "Thank you, Speaks, but we can't do it." King Barry, they got their feet on our whole body. They got their feet on our whole bodies. They got their feet on our whole bodies. They are crushing us, but we are letting them do it. This is what I do not understand. We, Americans are some of the most smartest, highly intelligent, fundamentally sound people I've ever seen. From engineers to scientists to lawyers, to drug dealers, to street hood, to dancers, we got everything. And we are 100% falling for the okie doke. Everybody is. Blessings, Queen Deborah. I thought you said you were a teacher, not blogger. Felicia Berry, who are you on my show? Oh, you a troll. Goodbye. I don't even want to talk to you. Okay. We always fall for the okie doke. We always fall for the okie doke. And anybody say $16, $17 ain't enough if you making zero. Okay? If you making $0 and now you making $16 an hour, trust me, that's more than what you had. That's 16 times what you had. People are just scared to start from the bottom and work their way up. People are just scared to start from the bottom and work their way up. They want something given to them all day, every day. They want something to happen to them all day, every day. That is my problem. And unfortunately, my people fall for it again. We got men wearing dresses to get views and likes. We got men acting a fool, ghetto hood rich to get views and likes. We got women talking about sexual exploitations. And we got women and men cussing every 5 seconds to get views and likes. And that's how you want to try to make money. And then you ain't making the money because you're buying the views. It ain't going organically the way you're saying it, and you got a team behind you. This is where we at now. This is the culture that we're in. This is the direction that we're in when you just don't want to go out and work hard. You don't want to work 18 hours a day. I work 7 days a week. I work every day. I'm doing something on social media every day. I'm doing something my 9 to 5, 5 days a week. I work 7 days a week. 7 days a week. Sick? Well, 7 days a week. Don't feel good 7 days a week. Posting, lives, brand deals, TikTok shop, regular job. I work 7 days a week. Don't say nothing. Can't get people work 40-hour jobs no more. Can't get you work 40-hour job. And telling you the sauce how to make it, don't want to listen. And then we look at politics like it's their fault. You know, if you start blaming everybody for your problems, then the problem truly is you. Let me say that again. If you start blaming everybody for your problems, then the problem truly is you. Okay? Truly is you. You're the problem. There's no solution to it because you don't understand you're the problem. And then when you understand you're the problem, you don't want to fix the problem because it's you. You think you're better than everything else. Craziest thing I've ever seen. It's simple. Go work a job. Let me give you an example. Oh, I can't work $17 an hour. $17 an hour, I can't do that. Yes, you can. You can work $17 an hour, 40 hours a week. Get you a part-time job. 17 hours times 20. Now you're making $17 times 60 hours a week. That's what you're doing. Or you work that $17 hour job and you get your online job where they don't take out no tax, 1099. And then it's like $21 for 20 hours. Now you average $18, $19 an hour for 60 hours. That's how you start. Or we that afraid to work more than 40 hours a week? Oh, we that afraid? Oh, I forgot. We should be like the French or Europeans. We shouldn't work that much. It don't work like that in America. Get off your butt and work. If you're able to work, you can work. 60 hours ain't gonna hurt you. 60 hours ain't gonna hurt you. We don't want to do $16, $17 hour. Oh, you crazy? Have you lost your mind? That's the way we're supposed to start. Update: Iran missiles trying to hit Qatar and a lot of places in Saudi Arabia. So we will be in this defined war for a while. We will be in it for a while. So just get ready for it. So if we're in unchanging times, if we're in times that's not for us, that is against us, we have to do things differently. Let me say that again. If we're in unchanging times, times that's not for us, times that are against us, we must do things differently. Last week, Wednesday, I was in Washington, D.C., Queen Deborah. I'll talk to Senator John Ossoff about Medicare and Social Security. So I'm going to see how the way he handled that, him and Senator Warnock, I'll put it on the floor since I'm on the Housing Authority County Commission. We had our conference last week, and I did put it all on the floor. So I did say right for the senators, and a lot of people had agreed to what I was saying about our senators. So what do you think? Did I say it right? You said the right thing, Queen Deborah. You said the right thing. You did the right thing. My only problem is it doesn't matter to me if it's a Senate, Republican or Democrat. When it comes to Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and housing, they're not doing anything. They're not. Now, they're talking a good game, but they're not producing anything. Remember, the big, beautiful bill cut some parts of Social Security, cut Medicaid by almost $1 trillion, cut food stamps by almost $1 trillion, cut affordable housing by $800 billion. That's what the big, beautiful bill did. And it put trillions on for the next 5-10 years. So that's what's happening. You did your part, Queen Deborah. You did a great job. Congratulations. But my problem is, will they listen to you? Will they do what they're supposed to do? Because the big, beautiful bill is already in law. See, even Democrats have tied their hands with the big, beautiful bill. Now we're tied. We're tied to bills. That's why I say you got to get off your butt. Because we are tied to stuff that's not going to change. Now, if we are tied to things that won't change, then we got to do something different. There's enough money out there for all of us. Let me say it again. In these social media streets, in these working streets, these manufacturing streets, there's enough money out here for all of us. There's enough money out here for all of us. We just won't get it because we won't go work for it. We got it. We got enough. There's enough money out there for us to live right. Most of us won't go get it. That's the problem. And again, Queen Deborah's out there working, but you can't depend on no congressional leaders to help you. Okay? They're not going to help you. Trust me, I know more than most. They're going to give you a good talking. They're going to say the right things. They're going to keep things generalized, and then nothing changes. Last 3 years, give me bills that's been placed to help both of us. Last 3 years. Yeah. That's why I'm telling you, we got to change the culture. I'm telling you, do right by politics, by Queen Deborah. Make sure you vote. But we got to change the culture. Okay? Where's the money going? Not in our pocket of billionaires. Not in our pocket, they're going to billionaires. That's where all the money's going, not to us. Remember, $93 billion on luxury items in 1 month, Pentagon. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Queen Deborah's trying. Now, if I had 1 million people like Queen Deborah, we could do something. But since we only got one Queen Deborah and maybe 5 others like Queen Deborah, that's why you got to make your own. Because they only listen to the masses. And you see, we ain't getting no money. Yeah, let me say it again. If I get that $5,000, $10,000 rebate check or $2,000, I'm going to take it. Is it coming? Highly unlikely. But if it do, I'm going to take the money. But it only lasts you a couple moments. $10,000 wouldn't even last me 3 days. Because I'll spend it quick. That's why we have to do other things for ourselves. If not, we're in trouble. Because remember, AI is coming. AI is making movies. AI is taking over. You either get with the AI revolution or you're going to be lost in the sauce. So things we got to do. Things we got to make happen. It's up to me and you. Nobody else. Remember, we got Don Lemon and Joy Reid fighting for women's rights. Nobody wants to talk about that. They don't want to talk about how they're trying to fight for women's rights. That we don't do women right in the United States of America. I can't get a good income tax. You make too much money, Queen Carolyn. You make too much money. You make too much money. We don't want to talk about not helping our women, especially our black women, our melanated women, our Hispanic women, our minority women. We don't want to talk about a dollar ain't a dollar for them. We don't want to talk about we don't help them in the criminal justice system. We don't want to talk about they lose more high-paying white-collar jobs than anybody. We don't want to talk about any of that. Remember now. We don't want to talk about any of that. And that's real talk. That's real news. That's straight what we need to do. That ain't happening. We can't keep our foot and our minds in the right direction. So we keep getting crushed all day, every day. All day, every day. That's what's going on. Got to do better. We must do better. It has to be done better. It's up to you. Because you don't do it, it's going to be a problem. That's real talk. I'm going to say it again. You cannot rely or depend on the federal government to help you out of every mess. You never could, even when Obama and Clinton was in office. When Carter, you could not. And you will not ever. Unless you're disabled and need super help. You cannot rely on the federal government to help you out of every case. It's not going to happen. It's never happened in history. Fact check me. It's never happened in history. It's not going to start now. Okay? It's not going to start happening now. So understand where we are. Understand what you must do. And understand the consequences if you don't. Very trying times. Remember, it says Hezbollah leaders eliminated one by one in Iran. Are we at war? Absolutely. Will that change? No. So if the situation and the events are not going to change, you better change and do something. You better do something. Oh, it's going to be a big problem. All right? Pain at the pump. They're saying right now the day's average is $3.84. So it's then went up about 90 cents in the last 2 weeks. Okay? About 90 cents. They say pain at the pump is going up. They expect for it to go up more. Okay? So let's make sure we get things right. Trying times. Remember, Fed rate didn't change. Gas is up. Money's going down. Everybody's looking for a situation or a resolution that's not coming. They are scared of an educated black woman. They are correct. You are. And that's why they still keep getting knocked down. That's why they still keep getting knocked down. That's why Kamala Harris is going to run for president of the United States of America again. We got a lot we have a lot going on, but it always comes down to the same thing. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money, money, money. Well, a lot of people don't watch national news media no more. It's all about the money. All right? I'm just telling you, that's where we're at. We are at a different, let me say it again. We are at a different time right now in America, in American history. We're different right now. Things are not the same. What Fat Joe say? Today's price is not yesterday's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. It's changing. So you better change with the times. If not, it's going to be a big, big problem. You're going to have big, big issues. You got some very big podcast names fighting for women's rights. Roland Martin, Joy Reid, Don Lemon. But there's only so much they can do. It's up to you to do the rest. Good evening, Queen Tamara. It's up to you to do the rest. And if you don't do it, don't complain. Don't say nothing. Just be quiet. Don't complain. Don't say nothing. Because when people are trying to fight for you and you stand still, you don't make anything happen, you are just as bad as the people that are making sure you don't succeed. You are just as bad as the people who don't want to get along with you, who don't want to give anything to you, who's telling you nothing. You are just as bad if you just sit back, relax, and let somebody else do all the work while they are trying to help you and you do not want to help yourself. You cannot say it's the federal government's fault on everything. You can't blame Donald Trump and Republicans for everything. You just cannot do it. Nobody wants to hear it. We all have a sob story. You don't want to hear mine. God knows I don't want to hear yours. So you got to do something. Okay? Quit blaming the Democrats and the MAGAs and the Republicans and rich, wealthy people, because they're going to be rich, wealthy long after you gone, long after you ain't got no money. Okay? Quit blaming them. Time to do something different. Time to go a different direction. I preach it and I say it every day. This is what we must do. We got to change the game. We got to do A, B, and C. If you don't, it's going to be a problem in these streets. It's going to be a problem with your money. You're going to continue to look in your pocket and feel that good old lint. That's what's going to happen. You may not like it, but I'm telling you the truth. It ain't going to change for your betterment unless you make it change. It ain't going to change for you financially unless you make it change. It won't get any better. It'll stay the same or worse unless you make it change. And if you don't want to make it change, then just sit down and be quiet. And whatever happens, let it happen. If you don't vote, just sit down and be quiet. Whatever happens, let it happen. That's all you're going to do. You're going to let it be what it is. And you're going to be happy with the income. You're going to be happy with the outcome because it will not be in your favor, your pocket's favor, your family favor, your mental favor. It will not be in there at all. You will understand it's something totally different. Okay? Why are the people who need it not voting? Because they don't care. They don't give a D, Queen Carolyn. All right? They are not about helping themselves. Some people love being depressed. Some people love being poor. Some people love being wrong. Some people love being a follower, not a leader. Some people love not understanding what's going on. And some people just don't care. So they're not going to do anything to help themselves. They've never done it. They have been mentally told all their life they're nothing. You will never succeed. So don't even try. Things will never ever change. They'll only get worse. They'll never get better. It is systematic downgrade of your mind. That's why people in the hood, most of them, stay in the hood. They don't want to get out of the hood, and they don't try to be better in the hood. That's what it is. If you ain't ready to change your life and do things, I don't want you talking about any politician who ain't doing anything. You can learn a lot from Donald Trump. Yep, you can learn a lot from Trump. He went bankruptcy. He know how to find bankruptcy. He know how to make money. He know how to be a hustler. He know how to get things done. He know how to make people do things they don't want to do. That's called strategy and skill. Don't gotta like him to respect. He is who he is. You better understand what's going on, people. Because if you don't, then there's a problem that will never change. Before I wrap up, I'll say it again. A lot of people are fighting for you and you women, especially women, to get better. But you got to help or it'll never change. Change only comes when you make it happen. Let me say it again. Change only comes when you make it happen. I am Marquez Speaks, the real voice, the voice of the streets, CEO me, Big Boss Entertainment. And this is why change and the hustle culture is necessary. Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for all things. We thank you for blessings. We thank you for being here. We thank you for guidance. We thank you for having our backs in our time of need. We thank you for letting us understand that change is needed and we are ready to grow. And for that alone, we always give you all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise. In Jesus' name, we humbly say amen. Kings and queens, have a good evening. I am Marquez Speaks. I will be back on tomorrow. But remember, we got to get this thing right. We got to get it right or we will be in trouble. God bless you all.